Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started with the Mezco 112 Collective G.I. Joe series Roadblock. Long time coming. Happy that I waited. I was trying to wait till my other ones came in so I can do like the different loadouts. But I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to do the one here. But one quick update, because I know people will watch this video out of order. Thanks to Mick, I have a new camera that does not have any sort of issue recording. Here's the old camera, which can still shoot photos, but with Mick's help, I'm gonna change my settings up and I should be able to record video on it. But I know some of you like the idea of me recording on my phone, except that that eats far too much space, even after deleting. We all know how iPhone likes to keep a file on everything. But yeah, let's jump into talking about Roadblock. This is gonna be an exceptionally long video as we talk about all the things he comes with. So yeah, I gotta say this sculpt's is A1, this Jim Brown sculpt. That's what I'm gonna call it, the Jim Brown sculpt. It just looks like it. You can't tell me otherwise. This is the look that I get. And as you can see here, it just looks absolutely phenomenal. It's one of those things where even if like everything else would have been, this sculpt would have done it for me. We have our Army Fatigue shirt. We have our beige brown pants. We have our boots. I do like the boots a lot. And this is using a classic Mezco style body. But now because it's minimal clothing, you can actually see like what you're getting into. As we T-pose him up with little to no issue. It does look like he has a stuffy neck, but as you can see here, looking up is not an issue. Looking down is not an issue. Tilting side to side, as you saw me do earlier, that means you actually have a lot of room for expression. We have a bicep swivel. We are double jointed. It looks utterly fantastic so far. We can tilt side to side with our upper torso. Ab crunch wise, it's a little, actually no, it's pretty nice. It just doesn't look like it's a lot, but it's nice. Pants will droop down in the back a bit, and I think that's because they are tied together, they're knitted together, but you shouldn't be looking at his backside like that anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue. If it's an eyesore to you, I don't know what to tell you. Now, there is no butterfly joint, but I think Roadblock has enough movement, but I could be proven wrong by the time the end of this video, but I think he has enough movement that he'll be okay. As far as lifting our leg up, because of the pant design, it's going to be tough to get a perfect 90 degrees. As you can see, you get a little bit less than those 90 degrees. But we do have a beautiful double joint. We do have thigh swivel and boot swivel as well. Ankle pivot needs a little bit of work, considering most Mezcos now come with better ankle pivot. But this is still one of those classic body styles where it works for what it does. So I mean, Roadblock works for what it is. I think using this style of body was still a very good choice, because Roadblock is a bigger dude. He's not really the crazy ninja martial artist. So for a big dude handling gigantic weaponry, I feel like heavy infantry stuff, it works just fine. As you can see here, posed up, he looks absolutely beautiful. That means even if we do like a running tackle pose, looks absolutely fine. If we want to do the Larry Hama style, like, you know, we're going to tackle somebody and carry the body, like a Cobra style, perfectly fine, you know. And like I said, he just looks good doing it, even with his basic head sculpt here. He just looks absolutely fantastic. So I gotta say, even just out the box, presentation wise, beyond happy with this Roadblock. Now, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna bust out these accessories now that we talked about, our articulation and our look. I'm gonna back them on up like a U-Haul truck, and let's get started on the other stuff. And welcome back. First thing I want to do is we're going to go over some of the weapons and accessories. I might break this up into two parts because it's a lot and I want to go over all of it. But first things first, let's go over two of our head sculpts. We have our grit teeth sculpt, which looks utterly fantastic. Off to the side, looking very cool with the raised eyebrow as well. Looking really good. You can actually see the definition in the face changing, which is really dope. Even the goatee is moved to the side a little bit because his mouth is moving. Then we have the cheese smile face, which I love this. And I'm not sure if this is a callback to Jim Brown and Hama, where basically it was like there was this one issue, and I'm not sure if it was in Devil's Due or if it was during the original Marvel Comics run. There was a big cheese smile before he beat the bricks off someone, as he was the cook at the time, because he does a lot of the cooking for the Joes too. We will also get a helmet. Helmet can fit on all three heads because he's bald, and it makes it very easy to fit into your helmet when you don't have to worry about hair. Right? So here we are, looking really good. Next up, you'll get some firearms. One of them being this nice gun here. I'm gonna call this, let's say a light machine gun. I'm gonna break it down in Fortnite terms. I'm not sure which type of machine gun, but the ammo, the magazine for it is large. So I'm pretty sure this is a high-powered, like fast one, but lower caliber bullets, I'm gonna say. Here's a handle here. We have our stock. So it's pretty cool. Then we have our larger gun. Now, we're gonna get into this one. I'm gonna come back to this one, but we have our larger gun, which is Roadblock's signature to have literally large infantry. There's literal handles on each side, as well as a handle that folds out, a front handle as well here. There's gonna be pieces I'm gonna go over for this guy as well, but I love how this look and how this came out, because I believe when you do it this way, it's for when it's on the tripod, and this way it's for self-service when a person is holding it. So we're gonna get back into that in a second as we fold that back up. Then you'll get standard Mezco muzzle flares, all in yellow, which I'm gonna call G.I. Joe yellow from now on, which I love doing that. So we have the large caliber one, we have the small firearms one, then we have like the special high caliber one. Ooh, that went flying. So we have this one as well. Then we have a small handgun, we have our tripod pieces, we have a combat knife, we have some grenades, and more tripod pieces. And this is what I'm gonna go over in the second part when we talk about our Gatling gun. With the Gatling gun, we also have the ammo feed. This is for bullets. Now, we are gonna talk about our harnesses and how cool that stuff is. I'm gonna talk about two of the harnesses first, as well as hands, and then some other stuff. So, actually, let's do hands first. It's cool enough that I can leave the hands in here. Came in some nice casing. So we have some open action hands. We have item hands. This is not trigger hands. These are like with your combat knife or holding the side of the Gatling gun. We have our trigger hands here. We have a second set of open hands. And then we have some open relaxed hands. So yeah, these really work for me. I really like these. Lots of hands. What is that? 5 sets plus the 2 fists there. So yeah. Then we will have 2 of our vests. Now, here's the large caliber vest. This one has lots of pouches, very 90s style. And it does have the 2 pieces here to add on, as well as the back piece for our combat knife to add in, right? And then you could just push out the tabs. Voila. So let's actually put this bad boy on him real quick. Let's take a quick look as we go for one of our looks. And then with this, I'm also gonna go over our harnesses and stuff. So you can see, you can just pop that on him. It's not giving me much of an issue, which is like my favorite thing, because I have terrible, terrible luck with tabs. And as you can see here, we now have technically a new look for Roadblock. Whereas before he was a little naked, now he's not, right? And then we have these sliding down. Now, what's really cool is you'll also get these. Now these will add on to your look of him. You slide these up the leg, tab it in. That's where our sidearm is supposed to go, so that obviously goes on the right leg. Then we have some extra pouches for our right side. So if you don't want him naked, you could just literally, so even if you felt like it wasn't gonna hold with that extra tabbing in, look, just like that. You have a beautiful look for him. Like I said, this is one of those things where this came out absolutely perfect. I cannot talk enough about how perfect this came out. And then even if you didn't want to keep this look, there is another harness. We can show off the shirt some more. Ooh, there we go. Right? And if you hear that jingle in the background, that's buttermilk at high velocity. So yeah, our tab on the inside is going to be around on the right-hand side, and we untab here to go up and over. So let's say you want to tab in the firearm, give you a quick example of what that looks like. There you go. If you wanted this look for your Roadblock. And also, you will get a set of knee pads for each. So if you don't like him being blank, you can just add on your knee pads. You could do it either way. Honestly, they look good either way, upside down and out. Ooh, that flopped off. I didn't get it all the way around the foot, and it launched like a bow and arrow, like I usually do in videos. So real quick, there we go. Add it right here at the knees. and it still looks really good. So again, you have all these cool options for Roadblock that I'm just like, bruh, having one of this guy is just not enough. It's just not. So that being said, now I'm gonna stop the video. We're gonna take out pieces to talk about our Gatling gun and probably give him a different look so you can see it. And we're gonna talk about our last harness as well. So see you guys in a sec. All right, now into accessories part 2. Now, I have a slight issue because my backpack was fine, but unfortunately on the inside, my jam was locked and it popped off. It can be fixed. I just got to find a piece wherever it flew off to. So you're supposed to, it comes like this. You're supposed to rotate it counterclockwise, but mine's went flying off. And the backpack still works. It's going to be fine. But I did break off this piece on the inside. And when you do that, it's supposed to release outward. And this is for storage for your tripod legs. So you can store those in there. So I just want to make that clear to you. But also, because you can still attach it, it's still going to be fine. But with our harness though, here's where you get the third harness, which is pretty cool. This attaches to the backpack on a latch that slides in and then locks up, which I've done wrong here. So there we go. Oh, I've done it double wrong. So slide down and on. Slide this through. There we go. Slide up. So there you go, I have it. Despite breaking my handle, it still works and latches. And you can put this on him as well. So that means you have a bunch of different options. There's also an ammo feed here for a long belt of ammo that you will have for your said Gatling gun. There we go. Ooh, yeah. So you have that. So I just want to make sure there's full transparency there, that I did break my handle on the inside, but everything still functions perfectly fine otherwise. Now, as far as our Gatling gun goes, I haven't had a chance to test this because I was making sure I didn't fully break something. I've brought out the pieces that I showed you earlier. And I believe these latch in, there we go, like this. So then they're supposed to latch in there. There we go. I'm only gonna put one on because I want to make sure. And yeah, as you can see, they can do that. Sits on top. And then when you have all three on, this sits here for the back legs. So it stands on it like this. So yeah. Do they extend? No, this does not extend. Oh, I was wrong. It does extend. So yeah, there you have it. Yeah, there it is. That's nice. That's really nice. So when you want to lay down that suppressing fire, Archer joke in case you didn't get that, here you go. Now, I think I've covered just about everything. And with that being said, what I am going to do is I'm going to clear the table and I'm going to get ready for the size comparisons. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, now we're up to the size comparison. This is part where it gets kind of crazy and fun because like Roadblock kind of is a normal character. He's a normal guy just in a special ops team, but he's still like a normal guy. So it's pretty cool because now you could just, you know, but we can see how he sizes out. Now, Roadblock is supposed to be this bigger guy. I don't think Mezco was. He's going to be this bigger body. I feel like he's still small, but I would love him to have been a bigger body. So when we size him up next to Destro, let's do Mezco's Destro first, right? And Buttermilk is out there causing trouble. As you can see, Destro's actually like a little bit bigger. So I'm a little disappointed in terms of size because I want Roadblock to be like this big hulking dude, but I don't think we're gonna get it that way. And that's fine. I would have loved him to have been bigger like this guy. He would have been bigger. I would have loved that. But I don't think that would have made the universal body scaling work. So I am disappointed by that, but it is what it is. Now, let's take these guys back for a second. And we size them out with some other characters. So here we are, some other Joes. So here we are for my main man, Freddie Mercury Bazooka. And as you can see, he definitely scales out a little smaller than Bazooka, but it's crazy because, like, again, you go back to Roadblock and he just seems so much bigger, right? So take those guys away. Next up, we have my main man, Stalker. Swapped out some grunt harnesses, some other stuff. So here we are with Stalker. I feel like because he's bigger than Stalker, it works. Here we are with a Cobra Infantry from Classified. Not too much bigger, but still a little bit bigger. Next up, we have some Balaverse figures. Here we are with our Army Builder. Here we are with Pandora. So it still works well with other lines as well. Next up, my main man, Mezco Ichigo. I feel like Roadblock and Mezco Ichigo teaming up would be fun, right? Then we have, last but not least, we have my main man, Mythic Legions Barbarian, and my main man, Cougar. Cougar Man 50 grand, right? So in terms of other characters like SHF and stuff like that, it's going to be bigger than those lines. But as far as with 6-inch, he will scale out perfectly fine with 6-inch. He just won't be that taller guy. He's going to be a normal civilian. I just would have liked him to be a little bit bigger. But all the stuff that he comes with, man, it's so much fun. Now, one more thing I want to reiterate before I go is that my latch handle was all my fault. After rereading the instructions, I moved a little too fast. Now, it'll start off like this. You have to make sure all the way counterclockwise, right? And as you lift out, lift up on your latch so it comes out. Now, I made the honest mistake of pulling directly out and not lifting the latch a little bit, and you should. So that one's on me, y'all. So it is what it is. But I do want to say thank you so much for sticking around, watching this video. Thank you so much for watching all my stuff. Right now I'm working on stuff that excites me and that I can like be new and refreshing with. And I know that sounds crazy, but I've been working on so many things behind the scenes that I'm a little burnt out and I want some time to just be excited. So thank you for sticking around for things that excite me and have fun, especially while I have this little cold. So thank you so much. And as always, please be good, do good, please, 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 and drink your water. Oh, and before I go, here is a special appearance from Buttermilk. Come here, buddy, since you're sitting right under me. Here we go. Here's some Buttermilk for you. Yep, he don't even want to really be in the frame. He's just being a jerk. But he's been sitting under me causing all sorts of ruckus. Up, and there's the lay down. So, yeah, thank you guys. Bye.